time you really want to put them to sleep and to make sure you're 100% connected to the call. Now, the gentleman who is going to be taking us on today's training and call is actually a friend, he's a father, he's a mentor, and he's a coach. He's one who has actually taken it upon himself to see that other people are successful. My definition of success has always been the individual who makes other people successful is the one you can actually call success. This is someone who has earned in tens of thousands of dollars and also been a reason why thousands of people have also earned tens and thousands of dollars in their journey in this industry. So ladies and gentlemen, the man who I'll be inviting on this call, like I said, is a friend, he's a father, he's a mentor, he's a coach, the man with $1 billion smile. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me, Mr. Brian Lewis. Mr. Brian, do we have you there?
Yes, I'm here, Jamal. Thank you so much for opening
Take it away,
our
sir.
call. Thank you so much for opening our call. I'm not too sure if it's $1 billion smile, but I'll take it. Thank you so much for opening our call. You know, when I met you in Abuja, when I was there in Nigeria, I just knew that there was something amazing about you. And I'm so grateful to be in business with you. Thank you for opening our Super Saturday presentation call. Thank you, sir. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning, wherever you are joining us. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian Louis, as our great friend Jamal mentioned, and I'm so happy, so excited about today's call. You know, today is Super Saturday. We present this incredible opportunity all during the week, but guess what? On Saturday, we get to hear amazing stories. We get to hear amazing stories of success. And so on today's presentation, we're going to go through Emery. We're going to go through this amazing opportunity to change your life. You're invited here, for all of our guests, you're invited here to take a look at a business, that can help to free you and help to free your family financially and time-wise. And so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the intro today. I'm going to just jump straight into the presentation so we can hear from our amazing leaders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off my video so that you'll be able to hear me clearly, as well as pay close attention to the slides that you're going to be seeing on your screens. So ladies and gentlemen, you know, I always say that there are many reasons to start a business. The person that invited you as a guest here on today's presentation, they wanted to expose you to an opportunity. You see, there are many reasons to start a brand new business. Some people want to spend more time with their family. Others simply want to increase their income. Perhaps you want to donate more to your favorite charity. What is your why? What is your compelling reason for making a decision to start a brand new business? Maybe it's paying off debt. Are you looking for a way to eliminate your debt? Or maybe you want to buy a brand new home. Maybe you're in a rental and what you want to do is have your own home. You want to have your own mortgage. Or maybe you want to be financially free of a mortgage. Or maybe, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking for a way to earn for that travel vacation. Right now, the world is on lockdown. But guess what? There will be a time post-COVID-19, I call it, when people will now resume all of the activities and all the travel activities that they desire. Maybe you want to buy a brand new car. That new car smell. I remember when I purchased my very first brand new car, I remember the smell of the leather. Maybe you want to buy that brand new car. Or maybe, like many of us, you just want that feeling of complete financial security. So what is your why? You see, when you discover your why, your compelling reason, we have the way. And the way is Emery. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Emery experience. Our mission here is to bring happiness to ourselves and our family. We do this with healthy products. All of our products are healthy. We produce products with good conscience. We only produce products that we ourselves will use. At Emery, we have a financial rewards package that can give you financial freedom. We also focus here on continuous personal growth and development. And as a company, we find ways to give back to society. So what are our core values? What is it that we believe here at Emery? You see, we believe that sharing is rewarding. We know that it is more blessed to give than to take. We are inviting you into an environment where success breeds success. You see, we understand that in our business and in our industry, you succeed by helping others to succeed. And we also have a core value of filial piety. We treat every single person with respect, love, and caring. So we are bringing you, ladies and gentlemen, for all of our guests, to an environment where we believe in respect, love, and caring. You see, this philosophy, combined with the spirit of freedom, integrity, vision, and opportunity, it has actually led to the success of our company and the success of so many of us here. Let me introduce you to our board of directors. First of all, our chairman and CEO, Mr. Lau Chongguan. Mr. Lau Chongguan is an attorney by profession. He has been in the direct selling industry for more than 25 years. He has been at the top level of corporate structures and corporate companies all around the world. He has been at the top positions of direct selling companies in China, Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, and many, many others. He is a leader with expertise in operational management, strategy planning, financial management, just to name a few. We also have Mr. Tan Kam Fu, our group senior executive vice president and president for Southeast Asia. He has a master's degree, in business administration. And he has been involved in the direct selling industry for more than 30 years. His expertise is in planning, development, and implementation of marketing strategies. He is charged with the responsibility to develop new markets for our amazing company. And then we have Mr. Yap Wai Yen. He is the Group Executive Vice President and President for the Middle East and Africa. He is also an attorney by profession and a very good friend to Mr. Lau Chongguan. He's also an attorney, and he has been successful in this industry since 2002, also being at top level positions in a number of different companies throughout the world. He has actually successfully brought direct selling companies to over 30 countries. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the very, very top of Emery, at our corporate level, we have very, very strong and integrous leadership. So let's talk about our company. You see, already we are registered in 8 countries. It all started in China in 2016. And Emery quickly expanded into Malaysia, into Taiwan, then into Ghana in 2018. It is said that Ghana is the gateway to Africa. Then on to the Philippines in 2019, Brunei, and then Nigeria. Then Egypt in 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, we are poised for continued international expansion into 2020 and beyond. We know that at Emery, we have a company that is built to last. So let's talk about the history. In just the last 4 years, our company has already done $280 million in sales. Already we have a membership worldwide of over 600,000 members. Our company has already awarded over 2,800 members with vacation packages. And our company has rewarded over 650 people with brand new cars. So you see here, ladies and gentlemen, in a very short space of time, our leadership has allowed us to do amazing, amazing things with our company. So I'm going to share this opportunity and break it up into 3 ways. First, we're going to talk about the opportunity, then the compensation plan, and then my co-host, the incredible Mr. Latubwai, will come on and share business ownership. So let's talk about the opportunity. Again, you were invited here to put on your business hat. Not that emotional hat that says, you know, I've heard this before. This isn't right for me. This is one of those things. This is one of those pyramid things. You see, you were invited to open your mind to the possibilities of this opportunity. Your decision is really as easy as 1, 2, 3. Number 1, timing and positioning. Number 2, the trend. And number 3, market potential. So let me share with you number 1, timing and positioning. You see, in this industry, I've been a member of the direct selling industry for 8 years. And what I learned is that in most companies, especially direct selling companies, there are 5 stages of business. The first stage is the formulation stage. This is where the company puts things together. They put the products together, they understand how they're going to market the products, the compensation plan, etc. Those things take place in formulation. Then the company goes into concentration, when the product is now recognized and accepted. No one is wondering about the efficacy of the product. Then the company goes into massive momentum. I call this the no-brainer period. This is where there are so many stories and so many people have gotten started on making money, enjoying the product, that people make a decision to get started anyway. Then it stabilizes into the stability where people get started simply because they want to now put more value on the products, less value on people joining to create an actual market, okay? Then the breakthrough stage. This is where the company is well recognized. The minute you go to a stranger and you tell them about the name of the company, they know about it already. Ladies and gentlemen, all of these amazing companies in our industry on the right-hand side of your screen, they are already at the breakthrough stage. Forever Living, Trevor, Herbalife, Organo Gold, my very, very first networking company, Longreach, GNLD, Edmark, all of these companies have already gone through the formulation, concentration, momentum, stability, and then breakthrough. It is very, very unlikely that you will get started in any of these companies and experience the type of momentum and the type of money as when they were in momentum. You see, Emery, ladies and gentlemen, is right here. We are at the concentration stage. Out of the entire population of Nigeria and Ghana, we have just a little bit over 12,000 members. We're just at the start of this. So if you were to take a look at the timing and positioning, now is the time to maximize this potential. Now let's talk about the trend. The trend right now is business. People are looking to generate their own business. Why? It's because of these very uncertain times with the COVID-19. Many people are indoors. They have to now realize that their job isn't assured. So they're looking for either a secondary source of income, being a business, or they're looking now to replace their job. Maybe they've been relieved of their job. You see, I took a look at Google Trends, and ladies and gentlemen, the graph that you're looking at here shows how many people are now looking to start a new business. So people are now receptive to opening their own business, especially a business in our industry. Finally, the market potential. You see, the global wellness economy is a $4.5 trillion market. $1 trillion market, which means that because of the market potential, should you decide to be a part of this market, you stand to make a lot of money. And so let's talk about now what our product offering is to Africa, to in particular Nigeria and Ghana. You see, our flagship product is Vigine. Vigine maintains and improves the health of a woman's intimate area, a vagina. It balances the good and bad bacteria. In addition, Vigine helps the vagina to regain its immune system and increase its defensive power. And I will share with you in a minute why this product is so important that it is our flagship product in Africa. Secondly, Vitide. Vitide is a beverage. It's soluble in water. It contains peptides from soy protein extract. It provides the essential peptides and nutrients for vitality and strength. Peptides are in effect food for your cells. And our third product is Adwell, pronounced Advel. The digestive enzymes in Adwell, again, 100% soluble in water, enhances the function of foods we eat, making them easier to absorb and boost efficacy, thereby helping to increase metabolism and strengthen our immune functions. So let's talk about why. What is it that we have here that allows us to have a huge market potential? See, ladies and gentlemen, Africa is the second largest continent in the world. It's the second most populous continent, 1.32 billion people in Africa. In Ghana, 30 million, and Nigeria, 202 million people. 49.1% being female in Ghana and 49.4% being female in Nigeria. Why is that so important? You see, ladies and gentlemen, I live in a country of 1.2 million people right now, 1.4, including pregnant women and babies. Very small population. But thanks to leverage, it allows for you to be able to build this business from anywhere, spanning all of Africa. So let's talk about our flagship product and what it really means in Africa. You see, a very high percentage of women in Africa are infected with what we call bacterial vaginosis, 1 in every 3 women. As I said earlier, the vagina naturally balances the good and bad bacteria in order to clean itself. So this bacterial vaginosis occurs when the bad bacteria outnumber the good. So it's not a matter of poor hygiene, nor is it a sexually transmitted infection. It can only be treated with the right diagnosis and can occur even if you've never had intercourse. So what causes it? Anything that changes a woman's vaginal pH balance can alter the bacterial levels and lead to bacterial vaginosis. Things like disinfectants, some traditional medicines, some herbs, antibiotics, vaginal washes or douching, or vaginal deodorants. All of these things lead to bacterial vaginosis. And so in Ghana, 3.6 million women, and in Nigeria, 14.1 million women are infected with bacterial vaginosis, which causes us a foul-smelling discharge, vaginal itching, gray, white, or greenish discharge. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the solution, Vagine. Vagine enhances friendly bacteria and inhibits bad bacteria. It reduces infection and it enhances self-cleansing and defense. Vagine moisturizes and tightens. It repairs the cells, nourishes the ovaries, restores elasticity. It also improves sex life as a result because it gives a fresh aroma to a woman's intimate area and it enhances pheromone excretion. You see, Vagine helps women to regain their confidence. And let's talk about another problem. Another challenge in Africa in particular is that according to the World Health Organization and the Center for Disease Control, the CDC, the #1 cause of death globally is heart disease. Number 4 in Ghana is heart disease. In South Africa, the #2 cause of death is diabetes. And in Nigeria, 29% of the population of Nigeria either has diabetes, heart disease, or cancer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the solution. Our amazing products, Vitide and Advel. Vitide is vitality with peptides. It contains soy micromolecule peptide. Peptides, as I said earlier, is food for your cells. It increases immunity. It's called the golden essence for life. So Vitide protects the cells. It slows down aging, regulates blood pressure, restores skin and muscle elasticity, strengthens muscles, eliminates fatigue, and also helps with weight loss. Just this morning and every morning I have my Vitide. I came with my stock when I left Africa thanks to so many members that shared their product with me, as well as corporate gifts, I have my stock of Vitae that's running low right now. But every day, including this morning, I took my Vitae. Our second product offering in this category is called Advel. And Advel is addition to wellness. It contains plant-based enzymes. It breaks down food more efficiently. It speeds up the chemical reactions in terms of digestion of our food. So it improves intestinal health. It cleans the gut, is anti-inflammatory, prevents blood clots, prevents cancer, increases metabolism, increases the absorption of food, and also helps in weight loss. So these products, ladies and gentlemen, are products that are amazing benefit to many people. So imagine getting paid every time someone focuses on their health and the health of their loved ones. Now with Emery, you no longer have to imagine. Emery now offers a power of choice and represents another way that you can help people with products that they already need and want. So now let's talk about the compensation plan. We've got amazing products. We've got the market potential. The timing is just perfect. And now what's in it for me? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we get paid in 12 ways. We get paid in 12 ways when you share the Emery product line and income opportunity. Notice what I said. I said we get paid in 12 ways when you share the Emery product line and income opportunity. We're not inviting you to come and be a marketer or a seller. No. We're inviting you to become a great sharer of information. Let me show you what I mean. The first way that we earn money is from the retail. When you share the story about Emery and you share about your own benefit, people will say, you know what? I want some of that product too. That's where you will have opportunity to do some retail from sharing the story. And Emery allows us to have 30 to 50% discount on repurchases. You see, with this discount on repurchases, it means that you can have a thriving retail business should you decide to focus on the retail. This allows you to boost your retail business and earn deeper profits. Let me give you this case study as an example. Let's say you made a decision and you got started with a business investment of 295,930 Naira. That's about $800 US. That's the pack that I got started at. It would allow you to have 20 boxes of Vagine in exchange for your money. You see, at that capital outlay, you're purchasing Vagine at the member price of 14,797 Naira. We retail Vagine at 20,124 Naira. That's a sales return of 5,327 Naira. In total, your retail profit, should you sell all 20 boxes of Vagine, would be 106,540 Naira. That's a 36% margin. Now, when it comes to the restocking, so you've sold all of your initial stock of Vagine, and now you're restocking. Let's say you restock now with the same 295,930 Naira. You would receive now 28 boxes of Vagine at a member price of now 10,569 Naira. At a retail price of 20,124 Naira, your sales return is now 9,555 Naira per box. Ladies and gentlemen, just on this retail, you earn 90% margin, thanks to the 30% discount when you get started at agency. Now let's talk about the other way of building this business, through developing a network of people that are all sharing the story of Emery. We get paid direct and indirect sponsor bonus when new people join you in Emery. Let me explain what I mean. Let's say this is you, and you have successfully brought on 3 people, you see, you will earn 5% of whatever package they chose when they got started. And let's say those people went on to now invite others, and they make a decision to get started. You earn 5% of that level as well. So for example, let's say you got started in Emery and you invited me, Brian Louis, into Emery. When I made the decision and I chose the agency package, you would have earned 5% of the agency package. And when I go on and invite others, you earn as well. In my Emery journey, I have sponsored 12 people into Emery. If you were my sponsor, you would have earned 5% of all of those startup packages. So if it is that you bring someone on and they sign up at agency, or the person on the second level gets started at agency, you earn 14,796 Naira for that decision. Or if they get started at classic, you earn 2,960 Naira for their decision. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a beautiful way to grow your business because you don't know what the person that you bring into Emery will do. They may do a little, but they may also do a lot. And so you earn every time they bring someone brand new into our company. Now, let me share with you one of the exciting parts of our compensation plan. We call this our synergistic board breaking team bonus. Let me show you how this works. Step 1 is when you join us in this amazing company and you leverage this amazing opportunity, you get on what we call a board where everyone works together in order to fill the board. This is what the structure looks like. And so on the top level, we have existing members. And on the lower level of the board, this is where we have brand new people that are joining the boards every single day. And so in this example, let's say this lady, second from the left, going right, Beverly. Let's say Beverly brings on 4 brand new people. The system will automatically place them on the lower level of the board. Let's say Earl brings in 1 person, Lisa. Notice that Lisa now takes the next position. And let's say you bring on 3 people. Those 3 people now take the last positions on the board. Now the board is full. The beautiful thing about this, ladies and gentlemen, is all of the people on the upper level of the board, they earn income as long as they brought in at least 1 person into Emery. They earn income every single time someone drops into the board, whether they bring them in or not. So step number 2, the system now looks and says the board is now full. I can't put any more people onto this board. What am I going to do? I am going to select the 2 people with the highest number of people that they brought in, and I will now put them into a position called elite. So why should you want to bring people into Emery in order to go into that elite position? Because as I said earlier, all of the people at the top earn income when people at the bottom of the boards get started or join the board. But the person in the elite position makes the most money as the board gets full. So in this example, remember Beverly brought in 4 people and you brought in 3 people. So the system now says, Beverly is now going to be promoted to elite and you are now going to be promoted to elite. Now you become the leader of the board and all of the members now go onto the upper level, now giving every single person on the upper level an opportunity to earn income as new people come onto the board. Step number 3, ladies and gentlemen, as an elite, when your new board gets full, you rank advance automatically. We say the magic is to get a minimum of 3 people to secure your elite position. Why? Because we know that in this industry, the average person will only sponsor 2.4 people. I don't know how much is a 0.4 of a person, but I can tell you, based on my experience, many people will get started, but they won't commit to actually getting to these 3. But if you were to decide to join us and to work with us toward getting your 3, we work with you so that you take on that elite position. So let me share with you in a practical sense how this works. Let's say you begin your Emery journey here with us. That's what we call a business associate. You can realize your rewards very quickly. Assuming out of the 30 million people in Ghana and 202 million people in Nigeria, you can find 3 people that want to earn income. When you bring these 3 people in at what we call the agency package, you will earn 44,388 Naira. Then find 2 customers. These would be 2 people that just want our product. You will earn 8,880 Naira. Ladies and gentlemen, with just these 5 people, you will earn 53,268 Naira. We help you to do this within your first 30 days. Some people do it within their first 15 days. The beauty is that when your 3 associates do what you did, you will be now promoted to elite associate and earn 231,480 Naira. It's just that simple. That's what we coach people to do in this business. And that's why we have so many people being successful. We have a success path here at Emery. You see, should you decide that you want to get started on what we call the classic package, you will be a pre-associate. As I said, move toward the elite position on your board, and when your board gets full, you get a promotion bonus of 11,837 Naira. But get started at what we call associate level by purchasing the agency package. At the elite position, when your board is full, you would earn 231,480 Naira. Then when you rank advance to executive, move towards the elite executive position, and when your board gets full, you earn 2,318,400 Naira. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, rank advance to manager. And as an elite manager, when your board gets full, you would have earned 23,184,000 Naira. That's a total income potential of 25,733,880 Naira guaranteed. And you will be hearing from 2 gentlemen who have completed these positions and have earned this money. We also have the ability to utilize the power of duplication in the system. You see, when I started my own traditional businesses, it was all about me. Even at my job, it was all about me. I had to do everything. You see, ladies and gentlemen, again, you have the power of leverage. So get 3 associates to duplicate your efforts and your business will grow exponentially. This is the power of duplication. Let me share with you the residual element part of this as well. You see, your earning potential is unlimited and you have the opportunity to build a business that achieves your financial goals. Emery allows us a 5% reorder bonus, going down 10 levels, including your reorder. Here at Emery, reorder is not compulsory. We don't force you to reorder. You could simply earn money from all of these other bonuses by simply making the decision to get started. But as you continue to build your business and reorder product, and you have other members reordering product, look at how powerful this is. Let's say in your entire career at Emery, you managed to bring on 10 people who went on to bring on 10 people. You see, that gives you a residual income element of 51,000 Naira if all of those 100 people just bought 1 box of Vagine. 1 box of our product gives you a residual of 51,000 Naira. Ladies and gentlemen, if it could grow to 100, it can grow to 500. Because like I said, we share this. We don't sell this to people, we share it. They make their own decision. But if it could grow to 500 members and those 500 people bought 1 box of Vagine, that would be a residual income of 259,000 Naira. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were to get 259,000 naira monthly residual income, not based on your activities, but based on the decision of people to buy, what would that change for you? Maybe you would be able to buy that new car. Maybe you would be able to get to that vacation. If it could go to 500, it could go to 2,000. With a population in Nigeria of 200 million and a population in Ghana of 30 million, it can happen. How about 10,000? Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a quick story. In my very first network marketing company, I was so blessed and fortunate to have excellent mentors. And they showed me how to build this business in a way that I was able to build out of this country of 1.4 million people a residual income check of 2,000 US dollars. Think of what is possible with a population of Africa. Then you will get the picture of how big this residual income element could be. We also have a car reward bonus where when you get to the rank of director, and as I said, we have 2 esteemed directors joining us shortly, you earn 5,796,000 naira that goes towards a car. And at the level of 3-star director, 11,592,000 naira towards your second car of your choice. How about that travel vacation? You see, with Emery, at the level of elite manager and above, you start earning points towards all expenses paid vacations to Bali, Dubai, cruise vacations. How many people would love an all expenses paid vacation? I certainly would. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, at the very, very top, the rank of Diamond Ambassador. You have earned a spot at the top. Emery rewards your hard work and your dedication to your business with the keys to your own penthouse in Malaysia, valued at 300,000 US dollars. Or you could take $150,000 instead of the actual keys to the actual penthouse in Malaysia. You see, ladies and gentlemen, based on our compensation plan, we know that with Emery, everyone wins. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to now step out of the way of an amazing, amazing leader. She is our co-host today, and she's my great, great friend. She is a manager in Emery. She has helped a lot of people to earn significant income here at Emery, and she is one of the reasons that I'm here today in Emery. Thanks to her invitation and the invitation of one of my best friends, Mr. Akin Barreto, I made a decision to be here, just as you were invited to be on this call as a guest. And so I'm now going to turn the mic over to our amazing, amazing leader and one of my greatest friends, Mr. Latu Bwai. Ms. Bwai, you are unmuted.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. And I'm so blessed and excited to be on the call with all of you tonight. It's been an amazing journey with Mr. Brian Louis. You know what it means to have your mentor guiding, coaching, teaching, and going all the way. He's one person that will show, shadow, and make sure there's duplication. I've always tried to run away from anything that has to do with camera. But then he started saying, I'll be counting the number of notes you give me each time I ask you to take presentation. And sometimes he will say, I'm giving you 5 notes this week. He has been an amazing leader, and I'm so grateful because he has done a lot for the team and most of the people we have really worked with. I've met him since 2014, and my life has never remained the same. My journey with Emery is like, I don't know how to put it, but I know that when I saw Emery the first time, on my way back to Jos from Port Harcourt, all I was saying is, Father, thank you for opening my eyes to such an amazing opportunity as this. And up to today, every day, I thank God for being in Emery. And I'm more grateful now than ever because I know that God really ordered my step to this business for such a time as this. And I want to welcome all the top leaders in Emery on the call and all of our guests. I won't take much of your time. I will just go briefly on the few slides and then hand over the call. to our leader, Mr. Brian Louis. Business ownership. The greatest part about the IMMERI opportunity is that it is not a job. So you are your own boss. And I tell people, you are the one to determine how much you want to take out of IMMERI. And that will now determine how much work you put in and how you want to go about it. So you have the right to do it at your own pace, no pressure. Next slide, sir. IMMERI works. It has to work for our number one Anna in Africa, who you'll be privileged to hear from this evening. It has worked for other top leaders we have here on the call. It has worked for me and many others in my team. All you need to do is leverage this opportunity. You can become an IMMERI associate and enjoy the unlimited potential that your business has to offer. Here in IMMERI, there are a lot of benefits. One is real-time bonus. Anything you do with IMMERI, you earn instantly. And then you can make a withdrawal, and then you get money to your local bank account, minimum of 24 hours. Sometimes we do withdrawal and get it that same day. Team bonus. With one person, you can qualify to earn from people you met on the board, people you don't know, people you are not connected with, people that are not even your upline or anything to do with your team. The first time I joined, when I got to the associate, I had Ghanaians on my board and I was earning. That's the beauty of IMMERI. With one person on the associate, you're qualified to start enjoying. No monthly volume targets to maintain. You don't need to buy products as being a compulsory case before you can earn. In IMMERI, buying here is optional, and we end up buying more because the products are very, very effective. In IMMERI, no flushing of points, ever. If you choose to start and then take your time to go back and do other things, you will come back and see there's a lot of money waiting for you. Our Reverend Daniel Sekwe was sharing, I think last week on the leadership forum, he said there's a nurse in Ghana that relaxed about her IMMERI. She was busy with her work. Just when she thought of, oh, let me take a look at what is happening. And she was shocked to see a lot of money lying at her back office. That's earning from other people's effort. That's the beauty of the system. So you don't get to lose any point. No binary system. So you don't worry about having to balance one leg before you can earn. That's why we say one person you can earn continually. No compulsory monthly authorship. At IMMERI, no monthly quotas to maintain a rank. There are companies that when you attain a certain rank, you have to buy products every month or do a certain activity to qualify you to earn for the following month. If you're not able to achieve that for that month, you lose from whatever you and your team does. Immediate payment to your bank account. So whatever you do, it gets credited directly to your local bank account. You earn direct and indirect bonus. This is when you can earn from the people you bring indirectly, and then you also earn from the people they bring indirectly. And then some activities from your upline, like placement, can also qualify you for earnings. That's the beauty of this system. Through car reward incentive, I've been with a company that gave me a car, but then every month they deduct money from my monthly activities. Here at IMMERI, thank God we have leaders that qualify for their cars. So they will tell you if there's any deduction. Anything you do in IMMERI, as far as the car program is concerned, goes to you 100%. So you have control, no conditions attached. Travel rewards and incentive. For someone like me that love to travel, that is one major side attraction that makes me say wow to IMMERI. Next slide. House rewards and incentive. Imagine having to own a mansion without having to pay a dime for it, just from simply leveraging on the system. So there are amazing offers here at IMMERI, and that is why we are here. Next slide, sir. Next slide. Our products have NAFDAC and FDA approval. So thinking about getting started, the least package in IMMERI is the classic package, which makes you to start at the pre-associate level. And that costs you 59,200 Naira. Sorry, we have a lot of Ghanaians on the call. Sorry for using Naira for this presentation. And then for associate level, where you start earning immediately also, you start with 295, 930, which is called the agency package. And this enables you to earn 30% discount for life. That's on your next purchases. Anytime you're coming to buy, even if it is just a box, you're entitled to 30% discount. And then we have wholesale packages, tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tier 1 starts from the 739,825 Naira, which gives you 50% lifetime discount. And then at initial point of purchase, you're entitled to 20% rebate. That means even if you pay 739,825, you're getting additional 20% more worth of product on top of that. And the same goes for other wholesale packages, which you can even enjoy on the highest one, up to 50% rebate at the point of purchase. So in Emery, we have our support system. Why is Emery so unique? Somebody was asking me, why do I think Emery is different from other companies? And I just give few reasons. So let me use the opportunity to say more about it. Emery is unique because you're tuned into key training and support program. This afternoon, after the training call by our one-star director, our team members were all expressing how blessed, how excited they are being part of Emery. And I remember one engineer was sharing, he said, imagine getting all these valuable trainings for free. We have marketing materials, we have tools, we have a lot of things, even have what you can use for your prospects and for yourself. Here in Emery also, our support system, the weekly calls we do, which are Zoom meetings, you can take advantage of this period of lockdown and actually grow your knowledge on the business as well as growing your own business by inviting other people to see while we have top leaders do the presentation like what we are having now. Another great thing that is about to unveil itself in Emery is the Emery Grow University. That means as soon as you get started, you can have self-help, self-support by going through the university, find all the tools, all the trainings, all the steps, and all the materials needed. Every information will give you access to what will enable you succeed in the business. Live conference call trainings, just like what we are having now and what we had earlier on this afternoon for members. And of course, we have life-changing national and international conventions. We are looking forward to the end of COVID-19 crisis so that we'll have fun again, meeting with one another. We're really missing those moments. You can see pictures and faces of happy people. The system is a proven system and it is very predictable. This is one business that you can come in, look at the board and say, I want to get to the rank of elite manager. Now, somebody like me that's working towards achieving that rank, I know that if I'm able to achieve it within so time, there's 5.7 million Naira waiting for me to cash it down. So you can predict everything here, and the system is very simple and friendly. So don't miss out on this opportunity to position yourself in front of this massive shift of wealth. Getting started is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Get started, not just today, right now, right after this call. And the 5-step success system that we have here in Emery, once you get started, we encourage you to build a list. The list you're going to build here consists of at least first 20 people, 10 those who care about the needs of others, and the other 10 should be those who are looking for an opportunity to make extra income. Communicate with your contacts individually. It is not always advisable to bring people on WhatsApp group and start sharing materials. You don't get the best. People appreciate your time whenever you pick your phone to call them, chat them, or send them messages directly. That is when you have the best of feedback. Tell the story of Emery. Why are you excited? The first week I started Emery, I got 7 people sign up without having the slides, without having the presentation, without knowing what to say. But the excitement in me, the fire, the passion of which I was telling them about the business, made them believe that, yes, this woman is headed for something great. and we better be a part of it. So tell the story, story sells. Follow up with each of your contacts. Anybody you've invited, follow up again. There are people that have been following up for months and have not given up. And I still follow up because sometimes it may not be the right time for them to say yes, or something may be in front of them, or they may not be in the right frame of mind at that time. But keep the relationship. Even if they say no, keep the relationship. So follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. And when they sign up, we welcome and celebrate everybody and teach them to do the same thing that we have done. Thank you for this time, sir. And thank you everyone for listening. I will hand over the call back to our great mentor, Mr. Brian Louis, to introduce the best set of people, our amazing, colorful, wonderful, powerful leaders on the call. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Latubai. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You know, you have me energized. I want to sign up all over again. You know, thank you so much for being such a great, great friend. And thank you for everything that you have done. Working together is a dream here at Emery. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fun part of our Super Saturday. This is where, as guests, you now get to hear the stories of some of the people that have been able to leverage this amazing opportunity and to maximize it. You know, there was something that I learned earlier this week. I listened so attentively to our speakers at Emery, and there was one speaker this week that said something that struck out to me, and it has impacted me since I heard it. I wrote it down. He said, you know, something in life we have to understand that a pack of lions led by sheep will always be defeated by a pack of sheep led by a lion. You see, leadership is everything. And we have amazing, amazing, incredible leaders here at Emery. And so first up, I'm going to now invite our one-star director, Africa's very, very first director and very, very first one-star director, to now come on and share with us. Let me just unmute you, sir, Mr. Daniel Sekpe. Let me just find you. We've got a lot of people on our call today. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see if I can just find you really, really quickly, sir. There you are. Awesome. You are unmuted. Welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Brian Lewis.
Awesome, awesome. Mr. Daniel Kujo Sekpe, it is an honor to have you here with us. Thank you for making the decision to be here. What I'd like to do is that I'd like to ask you 3 questions so that you could share with our guests a little on your journey. But first, please open up and please share from your heart for all of the guests here and some of the members that are paying attention to our Super Saturday today. Go ahead, sir. We're hearing you.
Yeah, good evening, everybody participating on this call. It's a real pleasure to be on this call right now, listening to Mr. Brian Lewis all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. And that is the power of technology and how you can leverage technology in this time to be able to create a fortune for yourself and your family and other people around you. I enjoyed listening to Madam Talatu as well. And I believe that what we are on to is something huge, something huge. For me, I've always had a dream of earning a $1 million, and I've seen it very clear in Emery. And it's not even a 5-year, 10-year dream. It's something maximum 3 years in Emery. I see the possibility of earning $1 million with the simple plan, the amazing product, the solid corporate structure, and the support system, and to have all these amazing leaders. I can see myself on the screen right now with the great Mr. Akim Barreto, the great Solomon James, Prince Eric, who actually introduced me to network marketing 12 years ago, Prince Eric Kujo, and all these guys are champions. We have other leaders like J Mama, Madam Eunice, industry icons. To have all these champion of champions gathered at one company, that should tell you that there's something happening in Emery. So we are really excited to be here at this moment, at the very beginning of IMMERI globally, because IMMERI is less than 4 years globally. And so we are at the very, very beginning of something huge. And we know that giving ourselves time and opportunity again and again, the next 5, 10 years, we should be counting ourselves blessed. So Mr. Brian, thank you so much for inviting me on this call. We don't take it lightly at all. God bless you.
Thank you so much to you. I mean, it's amazing. I know that you've been very, very busy. And, you know, it's just a privilege to have you on this call to share with our guests and some of our members. You know, I was there. I remember being there when you hit the rank of 1-star director. And it was so exciting. You know, for me, it was my induction into Emery. That's how it felt. It felt like I was really, really meeting my brothers and sisters, locking arms with you for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years in this journey. But I want to ask you, Mr. Daniel Sekpe, please share with us, when did you get started and why? Mr. Sekpe, are you there? Let me see if you are muted. Oh, you're muted. Mr. Sekpe.
Yeah, hi, I can hear you now.
Right, yes, sorry, please. Did you hear the question?
Can you take that again?
Yes. So my question is, when did you get started and why? When did you get started at Emery and why did you get started in our company?
Well, I got started on the very day Emery started, which was the 15th of October, 2018. I happened to be invited for a meeting in July 2018 when Emery was prospecting coming to Africa. And I got started because having been in that meeting, I listened to the corporate structure, the experience of the owners of the company, the people running the Emery business. Having listened to their experience and what they put forward, I knew that these guys are solid and they know where they are going. And you know, if you are going to put your life into somebody's hands, you might better put it into the hands of someone who knows where he is going. So based on the experience of the corporate team, I quickly made up my mind I was going to do Emery. But what actually blew my mind was when we were invited to the Emery corporate office. Emery got an office in July, furbished it, employed staff when they knew they were going to open up the office in October. Now, no MLM company has ever done that in my last few years that I've been in the industry. Wow. To be paying people for over 3 months before you start operation. Many a times, they will wait months and months after us toiling, hauling products, illegal products all over the place before they come. So for me, when I saw that the commitment of Emery paid 5 years in advance without selling a single product in Ghana, that was it for me.
Wow, wow. What was your why, Mr. Sekpe? What was your compelling reason, as you shared with us this morning at the training? What was your compelling reason for making the decision to start your Emery business?
Yeah, my compelling reason was based on the fact that between 2015 and 2018, I've not really been involved in the multi-level marketing industry. I've been living off money that I had made earlier in the industry without knowing that it was drying up. So somewhere in 2016, I had to let my wife go back to the United States of America to stay there because I was very low on cash and I didn't want any marital friction or trouble. So since we are green card holders, we are both green card holders for the past about 10 years, but I chose to be in Africa because this is the place to be. The freedom that I have here and the opportunity to make money in the African continent is just too big. So I wouldn't go anywhere. So I asked her to go over there, but which means that we are separated. And then my daughter also had to go and stay with my sister. So then, seeing Emery, I saw it as an opportunity that will allow me to make enough money. And since the only reason why I asked my wife to go stay in the United States of America was money, Emery was going to be a very good vehicle. And true, Emery is a very good vehicle because starting the business on the 15th of October 2018, by 13th of February 2019, I'd already become an elite manager. I've earned over $30,000. By the way, before then, I already asked my wife to come back because the road was clear and there was no doubt in my mind that this is where I'm going. So I asked my wife to come back a bit earlier than even stipulated.
Wow.
So by 13th of February, I had made over 30,000 USD as an elite manager. And then by 15th July, I'd become a director, earning over 100,000. So my compelling reason was my family.
Wow, wow,
Getting
amazing. So, Mr. Sekbe, how has the Emery experience changed your life and that of your family as a result? What specifically can you say it has changed in you and your family, apart from reuniting your family and bringing your family unit back together?
Well, I would say that in the family is based on the product usage. We've all enjoyed the benefits of the product. We've benefited from it household-wise, and obviously the family has been reunited through the process of Emery. But another thing I would say is the money has given us the opportunity to be able to afford the good things that we want. I mean, we don't have to have any discussion if somebody needs something. I will say this. I remember 2011 when we were going to get married. We have to do a lot of cost cutting because I could not afford a lot of things at that time. I could not even afford a diamond ring, which my wife wanted. I could not afford a proper honeymoon. But throughout the journey and what Emery has done, now I can actually put those things on the table. If she asks for something, I don't have to discount it or cut it down. Then another thing that Emery has done for me is a journey of personal growth. He has offered me the opportunity to learn. Coming into this industry, I knew nothing about Virgin. I knew nothing about hyaluronic acid. I knew nothing about organic peptide and bacteriocins, and even I knew next to nothing about the female reproductive system. But in the last 16 months, I've been presenting these opportunities to pharmacists and even consultant doctors, and sometimes they are amazed at the level of knowledge one has acquired in the short period, all through Emery Growth Center and Emery Product Mastery and the area of leaders we have presenting these products every day. So for me, every presentation, I get to learn something new that I bank in my knowledge bank to enhance my growth. So that has been one, the personal growth as well. And then obviously another thing that Emery has done, which family-wise is bigger, is no man is an island. No man is an island. We live in a midst of over 7 billion people. If not through Emery, I don't know when I was going to meet my brother Brian Lewis, whose mother is from Ghana. I don't know when I was going to meet Mr. Kim Barreto, Talatu. I mean, so many wonderful people we have met in the journey. They say you are poor not because you are out of money. You are really poor when you are out of friends. By the grace of God, through Emery, we've built some solid relationships that, I mean, people are even actually waiting for you to ask for help, but we may not even get. Emery has given us an entire time, and that is really valuable.
Wow, wow. You know, Mr. Daniel Kujo Sekbe, I want to ask you one more question, but I want to say something. You know, you said something this morning that impacted me. It was actually Psalm 90, you know, where you were quoting, help me to number the days Help me to number my days
yes,
so that I may apply wisdom. You know, that when you
wisdom.
said that, that was such an amazing. You had me looking for the quote. I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta see this Bible quote, Psalm 90. I love it. You know, so many people, they get into this business, or for our guests that are here making their decision. You know, there's one final question I would like to ask you. Looking back now on your Emery business, if you had to do it all over again, what would you have done differently?
If I had to start Emery all, I wouldn't do things differently. The only thing I would have done is that I would have gone faster. I would have run faster. And that is based on the fact that though we knew Emery was good, there was obviously people harming and talking around. This will not work, which also means that the beginning, a lot of people had the attitude of let's try and see. But from where I am now, if I had to start it all over again, I was going to go all out faster. Because like you said, this morning I mentioned, help me to number my days that I may apply wisdom.
Yes.
I'm somebody who always acts on a sense of agency. Honestly, every company that I've ever entered, my first big company that Mr. Prince Erukujo introduced me to, even as a part-time, I became an assistant manager within 3 months.
Wow.
Then Mr. Andrew took me to a company. I worked with him where I became the first top ranker outside the USA. And this is actually the award for that. It took me under a year, in fact, 6 months to achieve the highest rank, making close to $100,000 under 6 months. And so if you are going to do it, you might as well do it faster. It is true you can take 5 years to get to diamond, you can take 5 years to get to 1 star. But if you use one year, it is far better. Wow. And everything that we have done, I think we can improve it. If I did a director in 9 months, it means that it could have been done less than 9 months. So I would have gone faster, I would have learned faster, I would have invested more. And obviously, there are certain strategies on the board that we know now, which we are teaching people to even advance faster than us. What we need is more willing people. So I'll end that question with, help me to number my days, with a story that always ignites passion and fire in me. And it's about the story of death. You know, in 2008, I lost a dear friend of mine who I met in 1989 in secondary school. And we went to the same university and we stayed in the UK together. He married in 2006, December. Yes, and then by 2007, August, he was dead. He was the youngest ACCA qualified person in my country, Ghana, at the time. Very young when he became ACCA, was working at PricewaterhouseCoopers, became a junior partner, and then lost his life all of a sudden. When we were going to bury him, on the entrance to the cemetery, I saw this inscription, "Remember we're once like you. Remember we're once like you." It didn't make too much sense. But after the burial, when we're coming out, I saw another inscription on the same wall, "And you'll soon be like us." Now, that was when I realized my sense of agency. Because just a few days before, he was just like me. And here he is, being laid to the ground. And the warning is, "You'll soon be like us." So since that day, I made it my personal ambition and my personal cause never to take any day of my life granted, and that any opportunity that is given, I know it is time bound. If the opportunity is not time bound, I am time bound. I don't know my time. All I know is that one day there's an appointment unto death. So whatever I have to do quickly, I have to do it, so that even if I'm called away by my maker, I have something for my family to fall on. And that has been my driving force in this business. So ladies and gentlemen, all those people who are listening to us today, all prospects, distributors at all levels. All I would say is, like I said this afternoon, look out for that compelling thing that will make you succeed in this business. That one thing that will make this business worth it for you. That one thing that will make it necessary for you. That one thing that no matter the circumstances, no matter how hard it gets, you know that at the end of it, it will be worth it. And go hard after it. Apply all the force. Go as if today is the last day of your life. Do it diligently enough. Keep doing whatever you have to do. In the beginning, you may not get the results that you need. But in the parable of the sower in Matthew 13, the Bible said that a sower went out to sow. Some of the seeds fell by the roadside, some fell on the rock, some fell among thorns. But eventually, some of the seeds began to sprout out and they brought results. So if you do it consistently enough, ladies and gentlemen, you will begin to see the results that you need. And soon, you will be like us. You will be like all these leaders that have been celebrated. Thank you so much for being on the call, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Daniel Sekpe. Thank you for your time. Thank you for imparting your knowledge with us. I really, really appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. Please stay with us as we continue with our other guests. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from our first one-star director. And next, we're now turning to another great friend of mine. His name is Mr. Prince Eric Kudjo, director here at Emery. And again, I was there in Ghana when it happened. And you know, Prince Eric, you said something to me. You said to me when it happened, I was there, and you said something. You said, you know what? I said, you know what? I'm so very proud of you. This is really an incredible day for you. And you turned to me and you said, and you are a part of it. And that made me feel just so welcomed in Emery. You have no idea what those words meant to me. And so it is my honor and my privilege to now unmute your mic and bring you to the stage. My great friend, Prince Eric Kudjo, are you there?
Yes, my brother, I'm here.
Welcome to our
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you perfectly. Please welcome our guest.
Awesome. Yes, it's great to have all of you on the call. Let me see. Is my face showing? I can't see anything anyway.
Yes, go ahead.
All right. Yes, I want to appreciate you for this opportunity and this great call. It's quite amazing hearing you again. We know you are a very great leader, a very astute one, of course. And to be frank with you, this presentation has been very apt, and everything about this has been enjoyed by all of us. I was actually enjoying the whole program. And not just me, I believe all of us on the program have enjoyed so far what has happened. I want to also appreciate Madame Taratu. She did very well in giving us that update, those updates, and our first star director, who has been a motivation to all of us. He has been, he's an uncle and a brother as well. Truly, I introduced him to the industry, but of course, it's always a privilege to have a good student who becomes better than his teacher, which is not a bad deal at all. So we are still learning from our one-star director, and I truly appreciate him for getting me involved in IMMERI. I have been in the industry for the past 15 years. We've done so many different businesses. But seeing IMMERI has brought a new hope to our lives and our families. And truly speaking, my 15 years in the industry has been an amazing journey. I have traveled with many companies. I've enjoyed financial, rewards on various levels. In fact, before IMMERI, I actually was at my wit's end. Okay. I was at my wit's end and looking for something else to really work on. And actually, I was looking outside the industry, okay? And God being so good, my brother came my way with Emery, okay? And last year, 2018 October, when I had a chance to see Emery opportunity, I was amazed. I was truly amazed to see the kind of products that we were having been introduced to the products, and then the compensation plan that was at stake. All right. Having been in the industry for the past 15 years, I have never come across a plan which is so simple, which is so rewarding, and which is so flexible. Okay, so the first day I saw this opportunity, I didn't want to go home without getting involved in the company, and that was something that happened. As it looked like there was taking off my eyes. There was something like a revelation, okay, that hit my soul. And so I just took a hold of the opportunity without looking back, right? Though the first day I saw it in October, that day I couldn't make my way into joining, but I made sure that the very next day I was on board. Okay, my name was in the system. All right, so in the 13th month, of course, Mr. Brian Louis, you were here. Our great diamond, you were here. And we really celebrated my diamond ranking. And you were there to really make it a lively one. I truly appreciate it. And then I know you are already a diamond anyway. So I saw that plate. I saw that we are good to go with the opportunity. Okay, so on that level, that's how it began. And so I don't know what next you want to ask me, so I can add my my little one. Okay.
Well,
yeah, thank you.
Well, you just shared with us when you got started with, and a bit of your why. You just saw that burning desire, but how has Emery changed your life and that of your family since you got started? What has changed for you?
Yes, a lot. I should be frank with you. A lot has changed. In the first place, like I mentioned earlier, I was at my wit's end. I mean, I was at my lowest point when I saw Emery, because I had actually been committed some monies to some other business, some car dealership business, but something went wrong somewhere. So that actually speaks a lot, okay? And then since I joined Emery, I can tell you that it used to be that, in fact, getting money to pay for the children's school fees, all right, was a matter of headache, okay? It was a headache. And even feeding the family, paying for rent and other things was almost becoming an issue, okay? So when I saw Emery and I realized that Emery is a great opportunity, I didn't run through. I actually came in with all that I could, and within a year plus, I mean, just a year plus, of course, I have won a new car, which of course I have not driven a brand new car before, and here I am with a brand new car from Emery. I mean, it's a great opportunity. I mean, a blessing, of course. So the last time we're being granted the where I wanted the vehicles, I believe that day my family came from where we stay in Kumasi, but they were leaving back before me. I mean, getting back to my base. So my small girl asked me, "Daddy, are you coming with the new car home?" I said yes. I said she will see the new car, okay? And so that alone was a great motivation, okay, for your children to be happy that Daddy is coming home with a new car. Wow. Okay, of course, the car I drive a Toyota Corolla, which I bought a couple of years ago, and I still use that car. It's in a good shape, but that was a home use car. But I'm talking about a new car that I'm going to drive, and the family is going to enjoy this new car. Okay.
Wow.
So
Wow.
at that time, it was a kind of an off feeling that I experienced. Okay. So my family has benefited. We like my one star said. Now you don't have to think a lot to really purchase anything you want. Okay, you can just pay for service. You can pay for other things that life demands. Okay, so for me, Emery is I call it a blessing. Okay, a complete total blessing that has happened to my family, because in the first place we have just started. We've not even gone anywhere yet. Because I know what lays ahead. All right, something good is happening. I have learned, in terms of my personal growth, I have learned a lot from all of you wonderful guys and the family that we have built in IMMERI. And we've worked with other people before, but to be frank with you, the leaders we have right here in IMMERI, I have never had that kind of leadership anywhere else in the network marketing industry. And so for me, the value is, we cannot quantify the value. Okay, it's a whole lot of blessing to us being in Emery.
Wow.
Okay,
wow.
So this is the real deal. This is the time for us to really get involved. Okay, there's no better time than this time. Okay,
wow.
So on that level, my brother, Emery is a blessing. Okay,
thank you so much. My great friend, Prince Eric Kujo. Thank you for being with us. You know, I have I invited several people to this call from Nigeria as well as Ghana. And one of them in particular, he has a little daughter. And, you know, when you mentioned, you know, your daughter saying, "Daddy, did you bring home this brand new car?" I could just see him with his daughter doing the same. Thank you so much for sharing on this call.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Please stay with us. Please stay with us.
Sure, I'm with you.
Awesome. Next we have a great gentleman. This gentleman here, you know, when we met in Lagos, you know, there was a connection. There was a connection that I made with several people in Emery. But with Mr. Solomon James, there was a very special connection. I remember in training, I was doing all of the training and teaching things about leadership that I had learned in my years in this industry. And I remember seeing him taking copious notes. And not only that, every time I saw him presenting, I would see him and hear him actually echoing some of the words that I used. And so I know that I have impacted his life as much as he has impacted mine. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to open the mic to our Emery Nigeria Marketing Committee Chairman, Mr. Solomon James. Let me see if I could find you, sir. Bear with me. Yes, I see your picture. Let me unmute you. Welcome to our Super Saturday seminar. Over to you, sir.
Wow. Thanks, Mr. Brian. This is an awesome privilege. It's a privilege to learn from the best. It's a privilege to be connected to you and to drink from your source. My mentor once taught me, and he said to me, if you walk with an he-goat, you will smell like one.
Wow, amazing. Sir, I just want to thank you so much for being a part of our event here today. And I want to ask you the same question. When did you get started and why? What was your reason for getting started?
Interestingly, I think Emery was something that if anybody who is serious and who takes a look will be hooked onto. Now, I started in Emery April 15th, 2019, which was last year. Okay, the very day they launched in Nigeria, I was there. But prior to that, sometime in November, okay, I think November 15th, there was a meeting happening in Nigeria, and a friend of mine, a business partner who currently is my sponsor also in Emery, Mr. Duncan Alange, had just sent me it was like a flyer. It was a flyer just sent to me. We didn't discuss. He didn't say anything to me about Emery. Just sent a flyer that said there is a meeting happening if you can't make it. Now I didn't tell him I was going since we didn't even have it as a discussion. However, that particular day, my office is a little bit close to the venue. So as I look at my time, I turned to a friend who was in the office with me. I said, hey, let's go for this meeting. So I went there, sat down, listened, saw Miss Quinn, saw Mr. Harris, saw a few of the leaders, and they presented. It was beautiful. I just love what I was hearing, but it looked too good to be true. So as I stood up to leave, Reverend Daniel Sekwe walked up to me and to also talk with me, because I'd just lost my dad about a couple of weeks, and I just buried him. So the information was a little bit much for me. So he came to like felicitate with me, and he said, how did I see it? I said, I see possibilities in it, but they are not yet in Nigeria. When will they come into Nigeria? He said they are working on that. I said, well, when they are ready and they come into Nigeria, I will be back. And the reason being that I've been in this space for a while also, and we've done a couple of things. We've made money, we've also lost money with many other companies. And for a lot of them, I think the Nigerian network marketing space had not grown to adopt much of the virtual network marketing structure services. When people give you money, they want to see valuable product. So when certain things go wrong, they'll tell you, I wasn't giving anything. And yet, it looks as if it's like Facebook, telling Facebook that Facebook didn't give you value because there was nothing physical. So for me, I'd made up my mind, you know what, if I'm going to do anything, it was going to be something that was that had tangible value in exchange. So when I left that day, we didn't talk about it. However, I'm a curious person. I'm an online person. So I'd gone out to do some little research on Emery on its own. I saw a few snippets, and it's not now we have some more content online. Not much content, but I saw a few snippets from Mr. Daniel Sekwe. I got an audio that he had done with some picture slides, not video, just audio. So I watched it, and I just loved what the information I was getting, and I said, okay, you know what? I think this looks good. Now, again, Mr. Duncan didn't communicate with me. So 2 weeks or a week to their official launch, which was the April 15th, again, he sent me another flyer. And they are launching in Nigeria, and opening in Nigeria, pre-launch, whatever. We didn't talk about it. On that particular day, again, the venue, Maryland, I'm at Okpebe, where my office is not too far. So again, I looked at my time, it was almost 12 p.m. I said to a friend of mine, the same friend, okay? I said, you know what, I need to catch up a meeting. So I drove down there. It was like a carnival. I mean, I saw the police band, I saw everywhere was jammed. And for some of us who have been in this space, also if you are an influencer in your own little way, you don't go to every place, because once you go in there, some people might use you for name dropping, okay, and we try to avoid that. So, but when you go to a place that is crowded, it's like you are walking in there Nicodemously. So I walked in there Nicodemously, but I mean the ambience, the noise, the drama. And as I went up, Mr. Sekwe just saw me. He said, oh, come. He took me up. The presentation was going on. And I think Chidi was the one presenting. So, and as I was trying to listen to what they were saying, he tapped me. He said, Rev, you don't need this presentation. I know you have listened, you know what your decision. So let's go down. I mean, you know, that's how direct. So I went down with him, and he said, so what is it? I said, get me the form. Let me sign up. Now, and he now brought the form. Now, mind you, I've not spoken with Duncan, so I don't even know his username. He hasn't said anything to me. It was at that point I sent him a message on WhatsApp. He's in Ghana. I said, give me your username. I mean, hey, Mr. Brand, if somebody sends you a message and says, I need your username, what else will you be expecting? Now, that was the passion. That was the drive. So I saw it and I plugged in, and I'm glad I took that first step. Your first step matters, and that first step matters to me.
Wow, amazing, amazing story. Please share with us, how has this Emery experience changed your life and that of your family? For our guests that are here, that are listening attentively to the experience, how has it changed your life and that of your family?
It's amazing that the way I feel right now with regards to Emery. Different people have different reasons why they might be joining Emery. But again, like I said, prior to Emery, we've done some things. We've had a little level of success, just like Reverend Dennis Ekpe was sharing his own experience, Prince Kujo, and the rest of us. We've made money, we've also lost money. Now, again, one of the beautiful things for me was the fact that shortly before my dad died, I'm in this space. I was able to make a couple of income, and I was able to retire my dad, and I went, built him a house. Wow. And retired him, and my mom flew them, put them in a hotel for a week, furnished the place. The only thing they took out from Lagos was their clothes. Everything was brand new. Then moved them into that house. And when my dad got in there, it was emotional. And when he started praying, I felt this hot blood and warm tears coming through my eyes. So for me, family has been very important. Now, because of the things we have done, and a lot of them failed, we were living from our past earnings, the things we've done, or we've been able to accumulate and manage wisely also, because sometimes you just think it will continue that way. So when certain things begin to happen, I'm the only son. We are just two, myself and my younger sister, so we are just two. And the family responsibility is on you. So being able to do that for my dad, and even though he stayed in the house just 11 months, then he passed on, I was glad that I was able to house him. My mom is still there. So family is critical. Now, when all of that is done, then you come back into a dwindling economy, okay? Because like I said, most of the things we're doing, we're already failing. You are like asking yourself, what next? So seeing Emery rekindles hope for the family, which is what it did. Now, I think the mistakes of the past, which I want to echo here, is some of us want the kind of the elevator income. But unknown to us, especially like those of us in Africa, in Nigeria, where power is not constant, you might be trapped when there is power cut. So sometimes many of us have taken that route, and once there was an income cut, it affected our families drastically. But yes, you might begin with the Emery vehicle, which is like a staircase. Okay, you are building from level to level. But again, you are certain that it is sure. If you keep following the staircase, you will get to the top. And that has impacted my family tremendously, that I can plan the future with certainty and hope. Not that there is something that will be here today and will disappear tomorrow. That has created stability for my family, and it has created given us an opportunity to plan. And we are grateful to God for the platform of Emery and to be able to do the things we needed to do. Because again, once you are running dry as a man financially, it begins to affect your emotion, and you begin a little bit grumpy and all the rest. But hey, the Emery system has created a structure such that you could earn, both from your team. Sometimes you get to see things happening from other teams dropping on your board and you are earning. That collaboration, it's very, very powerful. And that has been a stabilizing force for me and my family.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Solomon James, for being here. I so appreciate you for being here on our Super Saturday. Please stay with us. Let me just now open the mic to my amazing friend. One of the reasons that I am in Emery today is because of, as I said, Miss Talatu Boy and Mr. Akin Barreto, one of my greatest friends, himself and Mr. Talatu Boy. They were the people who shared Emery with me, opened their hearts to this amazing opportunity. and it encouraged me to now meet with our Vice President for Africa, Ms. Queen Kamoda. And so it is my honor and my privilege to open the mic to my dear, dear, dear friend, Mr. Akin Barreto. Mr. Barreto, are you there?
Yes, I am. Mr. Louis, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you quite well. Please welcome everyone, welcome our guests and all of some of our members, and just share a little from your heart before I ask you the questions.
All right. First of all, I want to thank you so much for this opportunity to be in the midst of some of the finest individuals that we have right now in the industry that are changing the landscape of things. I mean, I think this is my 5th meeting already today. I've had hours, with some of them on different platforms over the course of today. I want to appreciate you for this rare opportunity one more time. I want to say hello to everybody. For those joining this presentation for the first time, I want to welcome you into this wonderful environment. Like you said, for me, it's been an amazing journey. My journey into Emery cannot be described just from this step, but I have to take it back to my journey into the industry completely. Right? I'm quite young in the industry. My background was in engineering, where I had put some time into working in the oil and gas sector here in Nigeria. But with a very short lifespan as an employee, I became an entrepreneur. That I've done for about 16 years. But I stumbled into the industry of direct sales only about 6 years ago. And my experience first time was quite amazing, but it brought out something else in me. My goals about my journey in life. I started to find fulfillment in an area where I didn't see myself at all, where I could be of service to people, to actually help people to find some level of fulfillment, to bring smiles on the face of people. And it started because in my first experience, I got some level of success, and that attracted a lot of people into the organizations that I started to build. And I started to see an opportunity to help people. And shortly after that experience, there was a short lifespan for it. And then I got an opportunity to do it again and again. And I started to look for a platform where I could really be able to do this comfortably. And yeah, Emery came. For me, the journey for me, Emery, is a little over 2.5 years. It's about 2 years, about 5 months ago. But I didn't get to start doing anything about it until about 10 months ago. And like I said, it's been an amazing journey, because Emery for me, it stands as a hope to actualize my dreams. It's like a vehicle that I see that will take me to my final destination. And I have been looking out for it for a long time. And when I saw it 2 years and 5 months ago, I did tell the people that were with me, right, at that time, and I said to them, that's my future. I had no doubts in me. I wasn't just sure when it was going to be. And now the journey has started. So I just want to thank you for the opportunity one more time to share.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I know that you're very, very busy, so your time is very, very well appreciated. So I'm going to ask you really, really quickly, how has the Emery experience changed your life and the lives of your family? For our guests in particular, how has this journey in business really, really changed your life and that of your family?
All right, I did say something that is the source of, the hope for my future. And when it comes to talking about the future, the family plays a very major role in it. For me, IMMERI is a family business. My entire business is a family business, but IMMERI is a family business. I have a wife who's not just a partner in IMMERI. He's become quite influential and building a large team for herself also while here at IMMERI. I have children who actually know what's happening on the boards. They know the name of some of the people in the business. They can identify some of them. So it is a family business, and the impact that has played here is the fact that if IMMERI is a source of hope for my future, then it has become the same for them. I was sharing very recently on a platform, and I said, you see, what I see in my future here at IMMERI, I see not just my children, I see my own grandchildren there. I know that's such a big dream, but you know, that's what I see. So for my family, knowing that we now have something that we can hope for, that guarantees the inevitability of us getting through the final journey, and you know, the journey is very straightforward. You know, I see an opportunity to impact a lot of lives, right? To put smiles on people's faces. And what better platform can one really ride on? But with a platform where the mission is actually to bring happiness to not just oneself, but to the family. So for my family, IMMERI is a source of hope. Now we know that the destination is guaranteed. I mean, there's a certainty that we will get there, right? And seeing the happiness on their faces, knowing that this has been a journey of about 6 years trying to get this right, that brings a lot of joy for me. I mean, it starts from the home. And for me, as an individual, knowing that there's a vehicle, I just tell myself, you know, it's just going to be a matter of time. Time will tell.
Awesome, awesome. Mr. Badato, I have one final question, and I'm going to ask this question of all of our speakers going the opposite direction. I'm going to ask you the question, what would you say to our guests that are on this call right now? If you had to see all of the guests that were invited to be here, some of them were invited by me, myself, some were invited by Mr. Latuboy, some were invited by Kitan, one of our members, some were invited by many of our members. What would you say to our guests on the call?
All right. I think a lot of people know my story, the story of my journey here at IMMERI, that I was very privileged to get information about IMMERI very early, at its very, very early stages, even here in Africa. And a lot of people know that my decision to get started in the company, I didn't make a very quick one. I do not have any regrets, because the reason for my delay had also come to become the source of my joy here at IMMERI. So, but I always want to let people know that, you know, sometimes, just like Reverend Daniel Kujo Shepherd had said, timing is everything, right? There's no doubt that one will get to the destination, but because you have no control of time, right? Why not do it, you know, as soon as you can? So I want to encourage them, all right, even though it's coming from me, and I think that should be powerful enough, right? And that's to everybody who actually is listening to me now, that you see, every time you have the opportunity to do something, just do it, all right? See, that first conviction is the biggest thing, all right? Remember, I said it here. I said, the very first day that I got the opportunity to listen to this, I was in the midst of 18 other individuals who were leaders in this industry. I mean, today I only see one of them here at IMMERI. That's to tell you that it's not just about one person, right? There's something that we always play around with, and it's time, right? And this is the truth. It is quite valuable. And as I saw this on the very first day, I had no doubt in my mind that that was the future for me. But you know, I just want to use that to encourage anyone who's here, right, to make the decision right away. See, this meeting is for a decision, right? The actions that will go on after it will come from the decision being made to start first, and then the next step is come. So I want them to not just make a decision to start like I did, but to make a decision to start right now. Because everything that was not in place at the time that I got this information, they're in place now. And I just want to say that, like you always say too, the future belongs to those, you know, who have that courage, right, to live in the beauty of their dreams, to chase whatever they really, really want as a source of their happiness. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Akinbarato, elite executive here at Emery, member of the marketing committee for Emery, Nigeria. Thank you. Opening up the line now to Mr. Solomon James. Mr. Solomon James, same question. What would you say to the guests that are on this call? These guests that were invited by Austin, who were privileged to be here to share this information. What would you say to them? Your line is unmuted.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Brian. Let me quickly say to everyone on the call, do not make the mistake that I made. I waited. If I had the opportunity to start all over again, I will run faster. I would have hit the ground and I will be running. When I joined, I told Mr. Chidi, I told Reverend Daniel, I said, you know what? I need about 2 months to clear my table. I mean, they were, like I said, I was involved in a few things. I needed to just clear my table. Now, 2 months was a lot of time. Mind you, as at October, I was aware, I attended that event October 2018, November 15, 2018. And I waited until April 15, 5 months later. Now, the first day I was at that meeting and the secretary was talking to me, he was an executive. 5 months later, April, when we were launching, I think he was an elite manager. He was an elite manager. Now, 5 months. Now, if I had the opportunity to start all over again, also, I started with a classic pack. If I had the opportunity, I will push myself and I would have started with an agency pack. If you can do an agency, run for it, shoot for it, crave for it. If you feel you really cannot, then go for a classic pack. But by all means, start. Now, understand also, when we began in Nigeria, the products were not available. The shipping was not free. But right now, the system is running. The products are available. Even with this shutdown, people are getting the products. Market is booming. This is the best time. So if you are a guest here, once this is over, get back to the person that invited you. Also note, I said when I signed up, even the person who told me was not even aware yet. I had to ask for his username at that spot. So the person who invited you may be on this call, may not be on this call, but once you see the big vision, hit the ground and run. Thank you very much, Mr. Brian.
Wow, thank you so much for your amazing words, your pearls of wisdom. We now go back to my great friend, Mr. Prince Eric Cujo. Let me just unmute you. Same question, sir. We have guests here from Miss Grace Boy, Andara, Hajra. You know, we have Mrs. Alheri Mooks. All of us who have invited guests. what would you say to our guests? Your line is unmuted.
Okay. That's awesome. That's amazing again. Yes, it is. And like my colleagues and senior members were talking, saying all along, for me, I actually, I would have loved if Emery was my first company, I would have joined, okay? I had joined, okay? Because this is my sincere submission, all right? We have done businesses with companies, okay? We have worked with companies. We have toiled with companies. So when I saw Emery, I said, look, this is what I have been looking for. This is the company I have been longing for. This is the plan I have been longing for. All right, because look, for me, if somebody comes to me now with, oh, I have some wonderful thing coming up and we are opening here, and I say, look, what is in it? What is better than what I have in Emery? Okay, because number one, I am not forced to do any monthly purchases to be able to enjoy all these whatever benefits that other companies we have to do. We have to call our people every day. We have to force them to do monthly auto ships and all that before they can earn something bigger. Some of them don't even make anything, okay? I don't need to balance in a leg like our sister Taloto said. I mean, I don't need to do anything like that. I have enjoyed a car reward in one company, but let me tell you, it was virtually like I have to pay back for that car. All right, I have to virtually pay back for the car because the company will not pay you upfront for the car. But immediately pays upfront. They don't say maintain the volume or do whatever. Once you qualify to director, you are qualified. I mean, you are in for it. The car is there for you. And even not say, okay, after that you should keep doing something. No, keep maintaining volume for your cars, whatever. No. We have a real business here. So if you're a new person and you are seeing this today, please, don't go back. Do not sleep over it because, like I was mentioning, the first day I saw this, that night I couldn't sleep. The night was too long because the day must come for me to enter the system. Is that the way you are feeling? Is that what you are seeing? Okay, so please, if you are here for the first time, I don't want my talk to be long. Kindly get in touch, sign up. Let's get moving. You don't need 10 people, you don't need 100 people to start making it good. You just need at least three minimum to start hitting the ground. I mean, to start hitting the levels and all that. That was what I did. So God bless you all. Let's keep moving and let's keep reaching the ranks. Okay. Thank you, awesome. my brother.
Thank you. And Mr. Daniel Kujo Sekpe, our one-star director, please share with us for the guest of Adamu, Nuru, young Vincent, so many of our members, Hajira, as I said, so many members and so many guests are on here. Please share what it is that you would say to the guests that are on here. Let me just make sure that your mic is unmuted. Bear with me. I think I hit it twice. Let me just go back up. Give me 1 second, sir. Let me see if I can find you. Yeah, there you are. Okay, your line is unmuted. Please, sir, share with our guests. What would you say to our guests on the call?
Well, what do we have to say? You've listened to Mr. Barreto, you've listened to Reverend Solomon James, you've listened to all the wonderful presenters. All I have to say is believe and begin, else what happened 1990 will happen again. Thank you.
Awesome. Short and sweet. Thank you so much to our speakers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an amazing event. Thank you so much for being here with us. And again, thank you to all of our speakers and all of our members and all of our guests who have been here for our Super Saturday presentation. So for all of our guests, please get back to the person who invited you and say yes. Set yourself on the right path to freedom, freedom in your finances and freedom to spend more time with your family. Please be with us on our next online Emery seminar, which is going to be on Tuesday. And we're going to have an absolute treat. We're going to have our godfather of Emery, Mr. Andrew Anora Apple. We met when I was in Ghana. A very wonderful gentleman. You know, he's going to be sharing the stage with our own Mr. Latu Bwai. And Mr. Andrew Apple is actually Emery Africa's very first manager from Ghana. And so I encourage you, if you're a guest and you want to go through this presentation again, you want to hear it from a different voice, then I encourage you to come back here with us on Tuesday, where we'll be doing this presentation again, but we'll be doing it with Mr. Latubwai and Mr. Andrew Apo. So as we close, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you by saying that life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forward. You would have heard from our amazing leaders and amazing speakers that your future depends on the decision that you make today. Please get back to the person who invited you and say yes. They will answer all of your questions and help you to transition into this amazing business. And so on behalf of my co-host, the incredible Mr. Latubwai, all of our guests, and Jamal, I want to say thank you for being here with us. And as we say in Emery, stay happy, stay simple. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Good night.
Thanks, Reverend Dan. Nice having you all on the call.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Where's Madam Larry?
Thanks, Lioness. Thanks, J Mama. Thanks, Albert Akun, Chinye, Pastor, Daniel Kwese, Foster, Lioness Nebo. I can see Jonas on the call, our grandpa of Emery, Isaiah on the call, Ajia Memuna Ahmed, Auntie Missy Onisorato, Mrs. Barreto, Ralph Johnson.
Chidi Choli.
Chidi Choli on the call. And many other leaders, Ijoma Ogochukwu, Ifoma Oke, Halima Moture, and the rest. Let me not bite my tongue. Thank you all. Good night, everyone. Love you all. Stay happy, stay simple, and stay safe.